And then I made it to Kansas.
Your
So
best trip in Kansas.
Yeah, that was a really, really fun hunt or trip. I was there for 5 days. It did get really cold, and I slept in the truck bed, and it was pretty cold. Luckily, I had enough blankets and gear, but I didn't have any heat in there. And you guys were all snug and warm in your hot tent. And I'm just shivering there with.
We were living life good.
I could have brought my hot tent. I probably should have, with how cold it was. But I wasn't miserable. I was just cold, and it was really tough on the truck camper. Like when you're in your sleeping bag, you're actually pretty warm because I sleep like in a hoodie and then be in there. And then, but like when you stood up, man, it was like a shock to the nervous system going from like warm in your sleeping bag to I'm changing my clothes because I can't change my clothes like in the truck bed. I had to stand outside and like wind blowing. I'm like right by my door. And now you're getting naked right now. I mean, not all the way naked, but close enough where it's just like the conditions are hitting you and it's cold. So that's one thing I got to solve for a problem.
You should have come into the tent, at least like put your morning clothes in the tent and then just park the truck right by it. We probably could have squeezed you in there.
Yeah. I was saying that was only the big thing that was an issue was like going from like trying to put on my duck hunting gear and like thermal socks and all this and in the cold, and it was like windy and then the 20s with like a real feel. Like it wasn't that way the whole trip, because when I got there it was actually really warm and we'd planned it around this cold front. So
and that was that's when the day that you and Aiden, so Hallbly and I went in and shot our limit of pintail, widgeon, and gadwall, and then you and Aiden switched out for us in the same spot, and you guys shot almost all mallards. That was when the state shifted from gray ducks to mallard drakes.
Right.
To mallards.
Well, the first days I got there, I was only shooting teal, and there was a handful of flocks of pintails and a few mallards, because I shot a mallard. I shot 2 mallards one day and lost one that literally landed and I watched Chief jump out of the blind and land on it. Like he literally jumped out of his dog blind and landed on it, and somehow it got away. And so that one definitely ate me up when we lost that one, because I'd kind of been struggling a little bit to get any big ducks. And we shot a bunch of teal. But yeah, even that transition, there was like a mini transition from teal to like gadwall showed up. And like we saw gadwalls and spoonies and like more pintails. And then, like you said, once that cold front really hit, it was almost delayed, I would say, about a day.
Yep.
Which I feel like I see that a lot, where if I'm going to plan a trip off the cold front, a lot of times you talk about ducks riding the cold front. I feel like that delayed, that day after, is actually the best day.
Yeah. Sometimes they will ride right on the front of it, but I think more often than not, it's a little bit delayed. It's like the second or even, probably the second day. Because I think you were there, you hunted Thursday, and it was like warm. I don't remember when the north wind started. I think the north wind really started overnight from Friday to Saturday, and then the migration really came Sunday afternoon.
Right. Yeah, I was there for 5 days of hunting. And so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think is what it was. And I think it was Wednesday and Thursday. I killed like 1 mallard and like 6 teal over those days or something like that. And then Friday, it was like a mallard and like a bunch of gadwall and maybe some green wings. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. But then it was that, I think that Friday, it was the first day of that cold front, maybe Friday evening. And then Saturday.
So then they showed up Saturday afternoon.
Right. Saturday afternoon, because you guys hunted, and we thought they'd be in there like crazy, but you guys still were having decoying good ducks, and you killed like, a handful of mallards and mostly gadwall.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the last day was that cattail marsh where we had that massive wad of green wings come in, but we were shooting, it was mainly mallards.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Those green wings were awesome too. Nice bonus to it.
Right.
Yep.